started with a 3D printer and making all of my robots something that you can kind of assemble, on your desk, right? Because it's so small and kind of made out of plastic and the motors are not that strong, like it's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you. Maybe it'll pinch you or maybe it'll smoke, right? If you wire up the servos wrong. But so there's a certain level of like robotics and electronics are becoming really approachable. Robotics specifically is kind of a three-legged stool. You have the software, the electronics, and the mechanical part of it. The mechanical would be like the nuts and bolts, the scaffolding of literally the physical thing. But the electronics part of it, like there's this whole other kind of open source movement, if you will. The Arduino project is kind of like the king of the space. But there's like also other projects. Raspberry Pi is also kind of there as well. Where you're helping people specifically, it's kind of demystifying the art of making lights blink and motors move and things like that. When you combine like a starter kit for electronics, like for an Arduino Raspberry Pi, combine it with like a 3D printer where you can physically kind of make any kind of structure, and you're only kind of making something like the size of like a shoebox, then at that point, to finally answer your question here, that's how you would experiment with it. Like if nothing else, either get one or get access to a 3D printer or a laser cutter, and get started with like an intro to electronics kits. In the States, there's two companies that are often mentioned, SparkFun and Adafruit. They've got like electronics starter kits. And I did that for a couple of years. I'm still doing it, kind of playing around with that stuff. And then on the electronic side, on the mechanical side, I kind of really formally kind of got into it I took a laser cutting class at Tech Shop in San Francisco. And from there, I graduated 3D printers. Granted, laser cutters are super expensive. 3D printers are a little bit cheaper. I don't know what kind of an average price for an okay one is, but a couple $100. But if you don't have access to it, at least, at a minimum, you can take a class, see if you're interested in it at a local like hackerspace or makerspace. And that's how you get into it. When you're starting from zero, you don't know what to use. So that's why Lego is so great, because it gives you like literally the building blocks. But if you need something stronger, make block. I guess that Meccano is still around. You can kind of use that. I'm a fan of, kind of go to the hardware store, use your creativity, kind of figure out, just get a lot of wood and duct tape and you can, you're pretty much halfway there.